What in the world is this thing? So let's see what questions we have only on Paranormal, True or False. It is free to subscribe. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Thank you. Why is this toy creeping around? This stuffed animal that's laying on top of that toy box starts to stand up by itself. There is a small child sitting on the floor, but this is just weird. Is it possible the teddy bear is on a fishing line and they're simply reeling it upwards by using a hook in the ceiling? Or is this bear truly possessed? It is definitely a weird movement, that's for sure. There is space behind there. Maybe somebody's just back behind that and moved it. I'm not sure on this one, but I think it's easy to recreate. Did the man transform into a woman? So this is one of those odd video clips that I don't fully understand, but basically the man has locked the door to the restaurant and turned off the lights, and then right after that, this woman runs up to the door. I'm not sure what they want me to believe. Do they want me to believe that that woman is a ghost? Because it looks like someone that might have just been trapped after it's been locked. Maybe she was in the restroom, and that's why she was running towards the door, is to try and catch the janitor who just locked it. I don't know on this one. Sorry, guys. Is this a ghost orb? As this gentleman is talking to the camera, all of a sudden he'll see something on his left side in the camera lens or in the camera monitor, and it'll cause him to stop and focus on it. Does that look like a ghost orb? Could it just be a lens flare from a particle of dust? Because it just looks like a lens flare to me. It doesn't look like it's anything spooky. I just don't know enough about cameras to know if a particle of dust drops in front of a lens like that, will it cause that type of effect? Is this a ghost flashing by this camera? Suddenly, from left to right, we will see just a fast-running something go in front of the camera. When I slow it down, it does look like a human child. But let's slow it down even more so that we can really try to figure out what that is. Even though this is a store, sometimes wild animals do get inside stores, and I have to wonder if this is a bird flying in front of that camera really quickly and the camera's just not fast enough to pick it up. I'm not convinced this one's paranormal. Is this a demon? We will suddenly see something start to crawl up against that wall. It looks like a human being laying on their stomach and crawling on their hands and knees. Is this simply a military exercise? Is this in a war zone area? Are they just wearing night fatigues? Or is this a shadow person, a demon, a ghost? I don't know, it just feels to me like it's a human being in some type of a costume or uniform. Is this thing trying to catch this dog? In the foreground we see a black dog. In the background we see some odd creature that's mostly white. It appears to head in the same direction as the dog. This is a human being trying to act weird. Because if this was any threat to anybody, that dog would have a completely different reaction than what we see. So that tells me that's the dog's owner, and apparently he acts weird all the time, so the dog's not fazed. Is this a ghost? At the back of this hallway, on the right side, we suddenly see someone peek out towards the camera. Who or what is this? Do they have a walker or something in their hands? Is that what is in their hands that comes out first? Well, they don't look transparent to me, so I feel like it's safe to say they're a solid mass, and probably related to the other human being that was acting weird. This one is acting weird too. Acting weird is not paranormal. Is this a cryptid? As the camera is pointed out this window, suddenly we see something running really quickly. What was that thing? So we have a poor quality camera that doesn't have the shutter speed to keep up with a deer. And we know this is a deer. So your eyes probably focused on the thing running right in front of the camera closest to us, but there's another thing running towards the left in the upper right hand corner. So the one deer is running towards the other deer that is further away. It's just the camera angle that it made it look like it was something unnatural. Is this doll possessed? So this doll's mouth keeps moving and her eyes keep moving, and apparently she's making some noises. They turn her over. They show that the baby is off, so it shouldn't be making any type of noises or moving. Now the eyes are going to move because they're that type of eye design where if the baby's laying down, the lids will close, but if she's sitting up, the lids open. But the whole lips moving thing, I don't have an explanation for that. It's possible that you have some type of malfunction. I would probably have turned it on and then turned it off again to see if that would fix the problem. But yeah, that's a little bit weird. I'm not 100% convinced it's paranormal though. Is this paranormal investigator being stalked? As this paranormal investigator is using instruments to try and capture paranormal, something walks behind him. Do you see it? Right there. What is this thing that's running away from him? When we slow it down, it so clearly is running someplace, but what is that thing? Is it human? Or is it an animal? Is it a ghost? There's potentially something there, but it's just too grainy to tell what it is. Is this clothesline possessed? There's this clothesline in this backyard that is moving seemingly by itself. From what we can see, it doesn't look like anybody's shaking it or moving it. So when he pans to the trees, we know that it's not wind and we know that it's not an earthquake. But what is causing this to shake like this? So if the issue is not above ground, what about below ground? There's two things that can potentially cause this. One is a mole who's tunneling underneath this clothesline right this minute and could be literally destabilizing the ground that it's sitting on. The second thing is this is in a city. You could have a sewage line or a water line running underneath these houses, and there could be some type of a problem with those two things. I think other structures might shake if the water line or the septic line was the issue. However, if the issue is pretty mild, then it may only move something as light as this clothesline. So my guess is something is underground destabilizing the ground. What is this spooky glowing head? As this camera is pointed at this computer store, suddenly they see a head over here by the corner. And when they round the corner, there's nobody there. Who or what is this? It kind of looks like really bad CG that's been transposed into this shot. And it's, like I said, it's not that good. Because it doesn't look like it belongs or it's blended in correctly. I can't really explain it, but it does look weird. If you agree or disagree with my analysis, please leave a comment below. You will find links to social media platforms for this channel as well as for Jim Riley in the description below. Be safe and don't investigate alone. If you appreciate this type of analytical analysis, please subscribe. And remember, question everything. Thanks for watching Paranormal, True or False.